Happy New Year
and happy Friday to you all. We are Mike and Leanna of the Dry Campers. We're a full-time nomad couple traveling around the country, helping other campers to become less dependent on shore power. Mike specializes in solar and lithium battery installs on RVs, and I'm his sidekick.
Better half.
Yeah, maybe.
Or the she to my nannikins.
We hope you enjoy a little bit of a change of what Mike has made in this video. He walks you through his design process. So when Mike, typically what he does is he waits till he gets to a site where the RV is, and because every manufacturer and every layout is different. So he scopes it out to determine, you know, the best install is going to be, rather,
right,
which is also his specialty. He wants to make sure that, you know, you can't actually see those things, any of the equipment that is going in. He also specializes in automating the solar and lithium battery system so that you can run anything on your coach, not just specific outlets within the coach. So that is something that he also specializes in, which most people don't know about. So the particular client that we did this week does not full-time RV, so it made it so much nicer to be able to do it in a covered storage bay. This install occurs in San Angelo, Texas, where the sunrises and the sunsets are absolutely amazing. We have some
fantastic.
Yeah, we have some great footage. There was also so much wildlife. Yeah, I mean, it was crazy. So we do have a couple of clips of that, but we had so much footage for this one install, as well as the awesome sunrises, sunsets, wildlife, etc., that we had going on. So we're actually going to do this in a two-part video, so stay tuned next week to catch the rest of this video and this install, this awesome install that Mike did. It might not be the prettiest install underneath, but the reason being is you will find out very shortly. So keep watching.
Good morning. Today we're doing another grand design. This one is a reflection, but we're going with 6 200-watt panels, Multiplus, 6 Battleborn batteries, and a 150/100 MPPT. What else we got? We've got a 712 BMV. This is the solar panels he went with, which was a high-tech solar 200-watt panel with the MC4 connectors on it. And then to penetrate the roof and come down, that's what I'm sourcing right now. Okay. Alright, so what other people have done is, he was telling me, was to remove the toilet, take this panel off, and then pop a hole from here, run piping down. So, but I was looking at this, and there's my seam. We're actually behind the shower shroud. So, and then down at the bottom, I'm actually very behind. Let me turn the light on here, a little more light. There we go. Very behind. You know, it's coming out to here, which is approximately 1.5 inches, almost 2 inches behind the shower surround. So it still kind of looks like the best option. A lot of times what I do is I will go into the curved wall and pop a hole in the top of the vanity, a small square hole, and then put a cover plate when I'm done. But that hole is to be able to get up above the roof. But in this one, the corner wall is not exaggerated in. It's exactly, I'm assuming, 1.5 inches thick the whole way around. So in other ones that I've done, that this wall actually opens up inside it, and it's 3 to 5 inches wide. So I don't know if that's going to be a good option either. So just keep watching and we'll see what direction we go. Okay, so I think we are going to go with the toilet wall. we're going to remove the toilet and just peel it back from this side, but don't break this seam at all. Leave that intact and just kind of push it out, and then put a wedge or something in there to hold it open, and then go here and go up. I was looking to see, there might be some ducting in that area. I've got to kind of make sure exactly where the ducts are so that we don't go through the ducting. It's right there. Can't tell how far it goes that way. So anyhow, that's our plan of attack. Just go in through this wall, and then somewhere from here to here, we'll be going up and poking through the board here that runs sideways at the top. So there's a stud there and a stud there. So all of this is open. There's a stud here or here, and so it's going to have to be somewhere in this range, hopefully. There should not be any ducting here because there is a skylight. So probably right here is where we will go. Okay, checking out the underbelly now. I've got some electrical and cable satellite connections here. Got a tray right here in front. This is a very elevated bed. There is probably not even 2 feet high here. We're going to take out this panel and this panel and just kind of take a peek behind all of this and see how much room we have to play with. Okay, so got the wall removed, and it looks like there's not a whole lot of room anywhere. It's very tight. Looks like if I move the water pump over a little more, I could probably get a 2 stack of batteries there. And then if I can squeeze another 2 stack right there, I can put the third 2 stack back where the converter is, the existing converter, which that'll be coming out. And then based on these dimensions, I may be able to squeeze the Multiplus right inside there. I might have to take this panel off here as well, just to kind of look behind it and see how much room we have. So now let's go ahead and remove this wall here. Yep. All right. So let's see what we got here. Get down on my knees. All right. So let me grab a measuring tape. I'll be right back. Okay, so I need 16 inches by 10 by 9 for the Multiplus to fit somewhere. So that gives me 2 inches. A stud is 1.5 inches, so I have enough to put a brace sideways across right there, and then brace it on both sides of the Multiplus, and then just have this centerpiece being the Multiplus. So yeah, that'll work perfectly. Now I take some more of this apart, go with all my batteries over there. Let's measure over here for the batteries. Come over here. Trying to get up in here. I'm gonna have to crawl. This out of the way. Like this. The dimensions on the batteries are 13 by 7 by 9, but the 9 is misleading because that's the terminal side of the battery. Crawling this way. Nope. Be right back. Get a step stool. Okay. Step stool acquired. put 4 of the batteries right in this pocket right here. So just have to see about this water line right here. May have to extend to a 90. So in other words, instead of coming in and bending like this the way that it does, it needs to come up and hit a 90 and then come across and then 90 back down. Yeah. So then this big bundle right here would have to go over 2 inches, which it has plenty of capable of moving. It's not putting any stress on the wiring. It has a good 10 inches coming off of the plumbing over on this side. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, coming off of the plumbing over in this area. So, and then I said 18 inches. I have to do a little bit of wire management. Yeah, that's exactly how that's going to work out. They will sit over there a little bit to the left inside a cage, and then this set in the front. So yeah, that's exactly how it'll work. It's going to take a little bit more wire to do it this way, but in the grand scheme of things, it'll be good. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then turn this right where the converter is sitting will be 5 and 6 facing this way, and then Multiplus be right over in that area under the stairs, laying on its side facing out, to access all this equipment. Over there, the MPPT, I'll probably put a little door in so that you can just pop the door open and have access to it. The batteries and the MPPT, you'll have to remove the screws. We're going to leave the wall intact because it protects the equipment from the cargo. That's how we're going to arrange it. And let's get started in some more tear down / fabrication. So So now, next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and disconnect all power from the coach. We're going to remove the batteries, and then we're going to redo the power a little bit differently up here, because when you don't have any power on the coach, the power source is coming from the front bay. Well, we're changing that and we're putting the batteries in the middle bay. That means the power is going to come this direction instead of coming from here going that direction. So under here, I do have to make a couple of small changes on how the power is delivered to some of the components of the coach. Okay, so we have disconnected all the batteries. Turn all this back on so you can see. All right, so there were 2 batteries here wired in parallel. They're 12-volt batteries. Parallel just basically means that there's a wire coming from the plus terminal to the plus terminal of one battery, and the minus terminal, negative, to the negative terminal on the other battery, therefore making them both linked via their plus terminals and their minus terminals. When you do that, the voltage stays the same and you double your amperage. If you were to take a 6-volt battery, which would be like a golf cart battery, and you hook them together, you have to wire them in series, which means you take a positive terminal will go to the coach. The same battery negative terminal will have a jumper that goes to the positive terminal of battery number 2, and then the negative terminal on battery number 2 goes to the ground of the coach. You've doubled the voltage from 6 volts to 12 volts by wiring it in series, but the amperage stays the same. So if it was 2 6-volt 100 amp batteries, when you wire them in series to double the voltage, you keep the same amperage at 100, but now it's 6-volt battery plus another 6-volt battery equals 12 volts at 100 amps. If you take 2 12-volt 100 amp batteries and wire them in parallel, you would end up with the same voltage, 12 volts, and 200 amps of battery. So just a little math wiring lesson. So anyhow, the incoming power now comes from this wire, which goes over towards the converter, and this was originally coming into the bottom of this circuit breaker, 50 amp circuit breaker, and I moved it up to the bus bar because it now supplies power to all of these, and the other end of this will be fused in all of my wiring. So now that that's been all fixed, put it all back together. Okay, so back in the bay, and now we're going to see, this is how the Multiplus will be sitting. Now we're going to remove the existing converter. I've already got the positive and negative terminals cut. I just have to take it off of its mount, undo the 4 screws all the way around the edges, undo the ground, and then this panel right here we're going to have to remove for airflow for the Multiplus. So let's get those done.
again for joining us. Please subscribe to our channel if you haven't already.
And smash that like button.
Check out our Instagram and Facebook as well as our website to keep up to date on where we are, where we're going to be. And as always, if you have any questions about this install, about your own install or consultation, etc., please visit our website and go through the inquiry, or just shoot us over an email, which all of that information is in the description. And we will see you next week.
Sounds like a plan.
See you on the road.
Bye.
Oh, you know, just cooking dinner and looked out the RV window and there is a deer. So cool. Oh my gosh, there's another one. I missed it. I didn't even know that there was two there. Holy cow. That's so cool. Yeah, just at our campsite. It's so cool. I mean, like, that's literally our picnic table outside. We're just right over there. So cool.
Action.
It's pretty.
Right.
See, I'm even sitting on the right side. I just thought it would be funny.
It is funny.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
Because you like to show people. Ready?
Yeah. So, 3, 2, 1. Also, his specialty is.
Denied.
That was perfect.
So we had so much footage, you know, on this install, as well as all the wildlife and sunrises and sunsets, that we actually are going to split this up into a 2-part video, at least. It might be even longer than that, hopefully not. But we just had so much footage. So
just pause. My mom's being chatty Cathy right now.
you'll notice that we are in a different setting rather than in our RV today, because we are coming to you from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, where we are at Mike's parents' house, and they have this awesome screened-in back porch. It is 70 something today, so it's beautiful.
I'm like dying. I was wearing shorts and a t-shirt on out front. Insert project picture. And then you know, I asked her to bring me some clothes. She's been staying down at Myrtle Beach State Park, and it was like in the upper 60s, windy. You know, you got the ocean breeze. It's chilly. She brings me jeans and a t-shirt and thinks that's gonna be great. I am like dying right now. I am so hot.
You should probably back up and let everybody know that we've been in cold climates, so our summer wear is actually buried in the basement somewhere. It's not because I wanted to bring him jeans.
Okay. All right, fine, touche.
Okay, so then
I think you should smash the like button.
Okay, no, we're not there
Not
yet.
there yet?
Remember? Thanks again for joining us. Please subscribe to our channel if you haven't already.
And smash the like button.
You want to try it again?
No, that was great. Put that
You
one
did
in
a
there.
pause. A huge pause.
Okay, fine.
Okay, alright, ready?
Yep.
Good. Oh my gosh.
Forrest Gump says bye.
Mm-hmm. Alright, you think that